This week addressed a subtle but dangerous distortion, one that quietly drains strong people, one that disguises itself as virtue, one that turns contribution into exhaustion. Service without strength. Many people believe service means giving until it hurts. They confuse contribution with depletion. They mistake self-erasure for goodness. That belief is not noble, it is inefficient. Week 43 was about correcting that error, because real service does not weaken the giver, it multiplies him. Monday, service is not submission. Whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. Matthew 20 verse 26, and do good, as God has done good to you. Quran 28 verse 77. Monday began by dismantling a deeply ingrained misunderstanding, like service does not mean lowering yourself. It does not mean saying yes to everything. It does not mean absorbing other people's responsibilities. True service is chosen, not coerced. Submission comes from fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being seen as selfish, and fear of losing belonging. Service, on the other hand, comes from strength. Science confirms this distinction clearly. Voluntary pro-social behavior increases meaning, resilience, and coherence. Coerced or guilt-driven giving, though, leads to burnout and resentment. In the simulation, service given freely actually amplifies power, while service given under pressure just leaks it. On Monday, you were asked to look honestly at where you give. Are you choosing or complying? Are you offering or surrendering? Are you contributing or disappearing? When service weakens you, it is no longer service. It is submission wearing a moral costume. Real service requires sovereignty. You cannot give cleanly from a place of fear. Tuesday, don't save people who won't move. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. That old proverb really says a lot. God does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. That's from the Quran, chapter 13, verse 11. Tuesday addressed one of the most common ways strong people are drained. Rescuing. Rescue feels good, it feels useful, it feels important. But, rescue often replaces responsibility. Science confirms this. Enabling behavior reduces agency and motivation in the recipient, while increasing exhaustion in the helper. Over time, both weaken. In the simulation, effort must meet effort. Helping someone who is moving strengthens both of you. Helping someone who refuses to move traps both of you. Tuesday was about discernment. You were not told to become cold. You were told to stop carrying weight that isn't yours. Support movement, encourage effort, offer guidance, but when there is no will to act, step back. Rescuing people who won't move is not compassion, it is interference. True service strengthens agency, anything else creates dependence. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. That's from Matthew chapter 5 verse 37. And do not transgress the limits. That's from the Quran chapter 2 verse 229. So Wednesday really exposed why service so often turns bitter. It's the lack of boundaries. Without boundaries, yes becomes resentment. Generosity turns into obligation and care, eventually leads to depletion. People don't burn out because they give. They burn out because they give without limits. Science confirms that clear boundaries actually prevent burnout and help preserve motivation. Boundaries don't reduce care, they preserve it, and in the simulation, boundaries are what keep the signal clean. Wednesday was about clarity, a clean yes, a clean no, no guilt, no explanation, no drama. When boundaries are clear, service remains voluntary, energy stays stable, and resentment disappears. Boundaries do not make you less generous, they make generosity sustainable. The hand that gives should not destroy itself, and do not throw yourselves into destruction. Thursday, really brings up a quieter distortion, overgiving as identity. Some people give excessively, not because others are demanding it, but honestly, because ego does. They want to be seen as generous, indispensable, selfless, and strong. But, Unsustainable giving is not strength, it's actually ego, kind of disguised as virtue. Science confirms that sustainable contribution increases long-term effectiveness and well-being. Intensity without recovery, well, it just leads to collapse. In the simulation, consistency multiplies influence. Thursday was about endurance. Give at a level you can maintain. Give in a way that does not require recovery. Give in a way that strengthens over time. Intensity impresses. Consistency transforms. Lasting service is quiet. It compounds. Friday, true service strengthens the giver. It is more blessed to give than to receive. And whatever good you put forward for yourselves, you will find it with God. Friday closed the week by redefining the metric. Real service does not drain you, it grounds you. When service is aligned, energy returns, confidence grows, resentment disappears and clarity deepens. Science confirms that aligned service increases coherence, confidence, and leadership presence. When contribution matches capacity, power expands. In the simulation, service rooted in strength multiplies reality. Friday was not about giving more. It was about giving cleanly. When you serve without self-erasure, you remain whole, others grow, and the system stabilizes. That is power that multiplies. Week 43 corrected a dangerous myth. That goodness requires depletion. That contribution requires collapse. That service demands self-sacrifice. None of that is true. So, you learned that service is not submission. Rescue without movement, well, it creates dependence. Boundaries, they actually preserve generosity. Sustainability, it beats intensity every time. And, true service, it strengthens the giver. This was not about becoming less caring, it was really about becoming more effective. When service is aligned, it does not drain, it does not resent, it does not perform, and it does not collapse. Instead, it multiplies. At this stage of the arc, you no longer react emotionally. You no longer seek validation. You no longer defend ego. You no longer overgive to be good. Now, you contribute from strength. And when a man serves without sacrificing himself, reality expands around him. That is alignment. That is power. That is service done right. This is transcendent reality. Live the code.